Right. I think that that's everything covered on the whole DPS theory of things. Okay. So I'm just going to explain to you why you will only you won't spam Frost Fireball. You won't spam Frost Fireball, okay? Because well, because basically it only does one less damage than Fireball, okay? But as you can see here in my glyphs, I have the glyph of Fireball, which increases the critical strike chance of Fireball by 5%. Now, if I spam Frost Fireball, there is no glyph to make Frost Fireball have an extra 5% crit. And as Fire, you cannot ignore an extra 5% crit with an ability. You would be insane not to. You would be insane to ignore it even. Okay, and I've got the 5% crit chance on Pyroblast, 3% damage on Living Bomb. Okay, the glyph of Mirror Image, which makes my Mirror Image cast Fireball because I'm Fire Spec, and if I was Arcane, they would cast Arcane Blast. Okay, right, and then I've got the glyph of Frostfire, which increases the damage by 15%, which makes it 1 less damage than Fireball, and adds the dot. Which is 3% additional damage, so stacked up to 3 times will do 10% additional damage of the dot, not of the dot, of the actual spell, okay? So, as you can see here, okay, right, that spell did about 8.8k, okay? Right, and it's suffering 6 Frostfire damage per 2.36 because it's 2.33 seconds, okay? As you can see, that is affected by haste. Now, don't be shocked, because I know that Frostfire ball dot sounds absolutely bollocks, okay? It is in this patch, but in Cataclysm, when you've got lots of mastery, as you can see, your mastery flashburn there, increases the damage of all your periodic fire damage effects by 38% with my mastery at the moment. In Cataclysm, I wouldn't be surprised if you could reach 100%, and you really want as many fire dots as you can get in Cataclysm, so Frost Fireball dot is essential. Okay, now I have a macro here that just combines a few I always put them at the start of boss fights and just combine a few spells that, you know, will like peak my DPS for a while. Basically, hold on, here we go. It casts Mirror Image and then Shard of the Crystal Heart. You know what Mirror Image is, I would hope. And Shard of the Crystal Heart is just a trinket that increases my haste. Here we go. By 512 for 20 seconds. Okay. Right. Okay. Now, I think what I'll do is I'll show you exactly how important the spells are in the rotation, and I'll do that by just DPSing for a while. Basically, what I'll do is I'll pop this cooldown that I just showed you. Then I'll do this. Now this time I will apply combustion. I'm sure you do know what combustion does. If not, I will be slightly worried, but I don't mind going through it for you if you'd like later. In fact, I will once I've done this. Now, as you can see, I'm just basically DPSing this target here. Okay, I'm just doing a rotation that I taught you. Single target, no cleave or anything, no extra damage from AoE or anything. Just pure single target. Okay. Now I'm doing about 6.3, well, 6k at my best, which is it's decent. I've been worse, in fairness. Okay. Right. That'll be about it. I'll just carry on DPSing. Now this will be a DPS loss because I'm not carrying on, so I'll go down to about 5k, I'd say. Yeah, about 5k. So I'll just wait for all these dots to tick off. There we go. Okay. Now let's just have a quick look at the damage of my spells here, okay? As you can see, Fireball is top, so you will always have to carry on doing Fireball, okay? That's 32.3% of the whole DPS that I'm doing, okay? Well, damage that I'm doing, but, you know, it's the same thing. Okay. And I have the Living Bomb Dot, which is the second highest damage, okay? And that's 16.4, which is just, for argument's sake, let's say Living Bomb Dot is half of the Fireball, okay? Next is the Frost Fireball, which is just under the Living Bomb Dot, okay? Now, this isn't exact, obviously, because I didn't DPS for a long time then, because you would just be bored to tears, okay? But you get the basic idea of it, okay? Now, the Ignite Dot, you will be surprised about how much damage and DPS Ignite actually gives you. It gives you one hell of a lot, okay? As you can see there, average tick is 1.3k, which is really reasonable. The average tick on living bomb is, 1.8. So basically, ignite is like an extra living bomb that only lasts 3 seconds, which is brilliant without the explosion, obviously. Now the combustion dot ticked for 1.5 there. Okay, 1.5k, and that was 9.9%. So it is important to use combustion at the best time. Okay, the best time to use combustion would be when you had pyroblast dot on the target, living bomb dot on the target, with as long as the duration as you could get, 3 frostfire bolts, and an ignite. Okay. Once you had all 4 of those on and you used combustion, your numbers would go insane. Okay. Right. Now then, living bomb, the actual explosion, okay, is only 5.9%, which isn't very much at all, really. But it's still something. Okay. Now the pyroblast, the actual pyroblast damage is only 3.2 because we only used pyroblast cast time once, and you never use it in your rotation unless it's going to be instant. Some fire mages will say, no, let's keep the pyroblast dot up in the rotation. Don't do that because I think it is a DPS loss. Okay, right. The pyroblast dot is 2.7%, which it's not really that significant. Okay, the pyroblast instant dot is 2.1%, which is even less for some reason. The actual instant pyroblast is 1.6%. Okay, bear in mind that I have got a low crit. Okay, so I think pyroblast will be higher up. Okay, instant pyroblast will be higher up, especially in Cata. Okay, and look at the poor frostfire bolt dot here. 1.3% of our damage. Okay, and after all of that, I only did 4.3k in damage overall. Now, you have to understand that I know it's really bad in this patch, but as I said in Cataclysm, it will be brilliant. It will be really, really good. Okay? Right. Now, combustion, the actual instant damage of combustion, because it does deal instant damage, okay, was 0.8, which is the lowest, okay, which I would expect it to be because I only used it once. Okay? As you can see, 1 hit. Okay? Right. Now, I will just quickly go over what combustion does, okay? So, if I had living bomb on the target and it does, for argument's sake, let's say 7k over 12 seconds, okay? Yeah? Combustion would then deal 7k over 10 seconds, okay? So basically you've got a second living bomb, okay? That doesn't explode, but it does the same amount of damage in a shorter time, okay? Right. That's basically it, and obviously it works with pyroblast and everything else, but I don't need to go through that. I'm just showing you the basic principle. It also deals instant damage, which is 2,351, which is the same as your fire blast instant damage, which is quite nice, I think. Quite nice. Okay. Right. What else? What else have I got to say? I think that's about it. I think that's it, guys. Okay. Thanks for watching, and I really hope this video has been of use to you. I hope to see budding fire mages getting higher DPS than me in the future, and I hope that I hope that you've enjoyed the video, and I hope that you really have got something good out of it. Thanks for watching.